Boy, I need to sweep in here. Okay. Some of you that have been around for quite a while have noticed a name change. I kept the Zippo Varga, but I added small engine medic to it. That's to make it easier for newcomers to find the answers to their questions. With over 1,100 videos and a lot of them on small engines, over the course of 13 years, it'll be 14 years in October, I've been posting videos on YouTube. And if we take a look right here at this tractor, this is the tractor that started the channel. This is the Simplicity 3212V 1970 that I restored in 35 days and then gifted to my brother Chris. And it's still here. Well, it came back. And it's fared quite well. You guys can see there's still a real nice shine on the paint. It has held its own. Still runs like a top. Still a great little tractor. But this is an introduction to something else that's going on out in the shop that I'll explain after we get out of the garage. But I want to thank all of you. There are some of you that have been around for better than 10 years. And I have a lot of you that have just recently subscribed and have been around for maybe a year and a half, or just a month, or just this week. To each and every one of you, this channel absolutely would not be possible without you all. So this is my thank you, and bringing in 2021 with a new channel name just made sense to me. Probably something I should have done a long time ago to make it easier on people to find me, but now people can find me a little easier. So let's get out to the shop and see what's going on out there. Well, it always pays to have spares. This one just decided to stop working. I may or may not look into it, but it's alright. We got another one up there. So what's going on? Well, y'all know I got this engine for the Economy Power King, 1970 Economy Power King 1214, and it took quite a while to get it. You guys know the Economy's been sitting here since September. Well, the owner fell into hard times with his health, and literally the evening that I shot the video on getting this running, he went back home finally after 4 months of being both in the hospital and extended care. So he messaged me and said, I'm not going to be able to finagle getting the Economy fixed, so I'll send my boys after it. And he said, but I have to wait until my wife's car, till we get the money from my wife's car to get out of the auto shop service center. So I thought, well, maybe I can help him out and at the same time help myself out. So I made him an offer on the Economy Power King, and he sent me a counter offer, which he accepted. So I graciously helped him out, and I'm now the proud owner of an Economy Power King. So just cover up the top part here, but let's see here, this is just a bill of sale saying the 1970 Economy Power King. It's a done deal. So let's go out and real quick we'll take a look at it, and I'll show you guys what it's not doing. And I also did discover it has a 1-inch crankshaft output, and this is a 1 1/8 inch. So a little bit of an issue there, but we may get lucky and be able to rebuild this engine. The only reason I say that is the way in which it turns over. So let me just clip you here for a second. Hang on, you guys, you're not going to be real comfortable, but because it's cold out, let you guys get down there and take a look at that pretty orange hood. Doesn't bug me that it's orange. I'm just putting a jump pack on the battery so we can crank it over. All right, let's get the hood open. And it still has its kickstand right here. Just pull that, give it a little hook right there. Let's get a closer look at what we got. Okay. It's electric start off the flywheel, just like the other one in there. This is the hydro pump that powers the rear 3-point hitch lift. But I don't know if we can get down here and actually see. We will try. No, we don't have enough light. Hang on. I've got the answer to that problem right here in my pocket. All right. Let's get a look here. You guys can see that shaft. It's 1 inch. So, and we have this double pulley, and this double pulley is connected to the clutch plate. So this tractor literally gets split in half right here. Right here. You just split the front in half and pull the engine and the, well, the tractor doesn't get split in half. Just the front drive side gets split in half. So you just pull all that off and up and out. So everything on the front's going to have to come off. But I came out and looked through the carburetor to make sure that the intake valve was operating. Then I popped the spark plug out to make sure the exhaust valve was operating, and they both are. Okay, so I'm gonna crank it over and you guys can just take a listen at what it does. That is definitely the sound of a broken connecting rod. So I do have a 10-over piston and connecting rod that we may very well be able to use on this engine after boring the cylinder out. So that may be the direction that we go in. And I don't recall who it was, but we also have a front mounted crankshaft adapter. You can kind of see if we can see it any better on this side. Yeah, we can kind of see it better on this side. We have a front mounted power takeoff that actually just bolts to the flywheel. So we'll be able to pull that off and put it on the other engine if we need to go that route. But then I would have to change the crankshaft on the other engine. But we're going to try to get this one going. You can see right here it's a K32 or 321S. S just electric start, not a quiet or anything. Just got a regular ordinary salt and pepper muffler. We're going to see if we can't fit the quiet muffler in there and be okay with it. But yeah, the Power King is now Zippos, and I think it'll make for some pretty decent content on the channel, going through it and seeing what we can do to, well, you guys are going to have to go for a ride with me. I've got to pull the rod off and tuck the rod up in its kickstand or its storage position and let her back down. All gear drive Power King. It's not in too shabby a shape. We even still have our serial number tag there. So something to look forward to. We'll get that in the shop at some point, but I have some jobs to do first. I suppose we can get this guy off of there, and we'll head back in the shop and I'll show you what else is going on. Hey gang, welcome to the same channel, just with a new name. This is a project that's actually been on the bench, not this bench, but side tabled for 6 or 7 years, which is just nuts. I just have never gotten around to it. So I finally decided to go ahead and pick up the and I'm glad I waited, because now I have the synthetic rope instead of the cable. So I've got the synthetic rope, and it comes with the fair lead for it. And this is one of the older Badland winches with a wired control instead of a wireless control. So that, coupled with that, once I get the cable changed, and this, I'm going to mount the ATV winch mounting plate via welding to this, so that I can use it wherever I want to use it, on either truck, and on a couple of tractors that I have a 2-inch hitch receiver on. So it'll certainly come in handy when I'm trying to move big pieces of wood and stuff like that. And along with it, I've already had these for quite a while, is a couple of block and tackles. So I'm not going to assemble this today. I just wanted to show you guys something that was on the bench to be done. Hopefully this time it won't be another 7 years. I'm good at procrastinating. But along the same lines of a winch, and more specifically along the same lines as a snatch block, is something else I want to show you. It's going to take me a little bit to set up what it is I'm going to do to show you, but you guys will get the idea. Many of you are familiar with my Nifty-Lift. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you saw me take my Nifty-Lift, an Albert Peel patented design, by the way, block and tackle, to pick Ugly Alice up. And what's going to shock you is the size of the cord. And the size of the cord is just minuscule. It is literally shoelace size. Isn't that wild? And to be on the safe side, he's got a 700-pound lift rating on it. But he did send it off to an institute to have it stress tested, and it stress tested and failed right around, I believe it was 2 tons before something gave loose. And it wasn't the line that gave loose at all. It was actually one of the pull points right here. So this is the Nifty-Lift Economy, which just doesn't have the I forget what he calls it, the cleat to secure your line on. It doesn't have it, but he has developed a new product, and it's this itty bitty little guy right here. So what is that? Well, quite simply, it's a miniature snatch block. So it allows you to pull from another direction, and at the same time increase your pulling strength by 1 time again. So you have 4 times lifting strength here, so 100 pounds is only like lifting 25. You go here, it's reduced even more, so that you're pulling, what would that be, 20 pounds instead of 25 pounds. So the way it works is very simple, just like most snatch blocks. Then you pull your coupler off, just spin it, set your line in place, get her in there, swing that back around, get this all back together, and then you have your secondary pull point. So let me see if there's something interesting here in the shop that I can lift up with it, and we'll show you. So hang on. Alright, let's say for example we want to get something up in the bed of a truck or something like that. We got to pull the truck in. This isn't always ideal for that. So since this isn't ideal, we can use this, but this is going to be in the way of us trying to lift this engine because we have to pull downward. So what do? Well, you use that snatch block so that you can pull from a different position. So that's what we're going to demonstrate right here. And here we go. Now I've already got the engine suspended by the lift, but that's okay. All I've got to do is latch on to one of these links and start pulling till it lifts it up and frees that chain. Then I can move the lift out of the way, lift it up high enough and get the truck back. So I'm just going to grab this little loop right here, make sure that we're not twisting any cables. There we go. And now, me standing safely out of the way, I'm way over here, I can just pull on it. Until I have enough of it up where I can release that chain and get the lift out of the way. And I might have 10 or 15 pounds of force on that to lift it. Easy peasy. And like I say, it lets me get out of the way to do it. Or if I want to pick something up out of a truck bed. It fell out of my hand. I want to pick something up out of a truck bed. Same thing. Hopefully I didn't hurt too much. I don't think I did. It only landed on the carburetor. But there you go. And also make sure that you've got a really good hold on your lead. What I really should have done was, let's see here. See if we did any damage. Put that chain back on. Give her a lift again, only this time I'm going to loop that sucker through so that I can't drop it. That looks like no harm, no foul. Engine looks fine. But there you go. Even when you drop something, this thing really comes in handy. These snatch blocks are available on the website. Give me just a second and I will show you exactly where to go. Even if all you want is some of this line and the snatch block, you can buy just that too. Alright, so in closing, instead of course, dropping whatever you're holding because you don't have the good grip on the line, make sure you have your line secured. That was a really good lesson for all of us, right? Right there, Nifty-Lift.com, or if you prefer email, it is right there, or if you prefer to call, there's your number. Hopefully that's in focus well enough. So if not, it's Albert Peel at Nifty, Nifte-Lift at gmail.com, and then phone 603-401-4966. And again, these are now patented, and he's working on a design patent for the snatch block. They're available in red and blue. As you saw, I had the blue one over on the barn door and the red one right here. No, this is not a sponsored video. I just really like the guy, and I think he's onto something huge here. So if you guys have any questions for me or for Albert, you have his email, you have his website. My email's down in the description, and I will also put a link to his website in the description below. Thanks guys for watching this and seeing what's coming up. I promise you, I will be on the next one. And if you feel like it, give her a thumbs up. And if you didn't like it, feel free to give it 2 thumbs downs. I'm fine with that. Later. I'm out of here.